Hey, everybody, I'm Kevin Ioli, and I am joined today by the fourth-ranked welterweight in the world. That is Calvin Kattar for the fourth consecutive time. Calvin, you are fighting in a UFC main event. I think it's 5 out of your last 6. Doesn't get old, I would imagine, huh?
No, these rounds, 5-round fights are the norm now.
Exactly. You're fighting Josh Emmett in what should be another fantastic fight. You know, it's like I feel like I'm always kind of building these Calvin Kattar fights up. You had Max Holloway fight of the night. You had Giga Chikadze fight of the night. You're putting on a lot of shows. But I guess I want to start with asking you this. You know, you're finally getting back on kind of a regular schedule. You had that entire year off after Holloway. Do you think we'll see a step up in your performance given you're now on more of a regular schedule than once a year?
Someone is at the front.
Sure, I hope so. That's always the plan, always looking to improve as a fighter every time I step in there. And I think you saw that my last time out, and that's the plan this Saturday night.
Josh is an interesting guy. I mean, I think to me, it seems like it's going to be a really good battle of striking. But when you look at his style and what he brings to the table, how do you see the fight going, and what are going to be the keys for you?
Yeah, he's got power, start to finish in the fight, and he brings some wrestling to the table. So, we'll see how things go on fight night, what he presents for a threat, and see how he responds to what I bring to the table, and that's what a fight is. Just see how it shakes out. But as far as what he's good at, I'm trying to make him respond to me more than me reacting to him.
I want to get your take on this because in one way he reminds you of you, and that's like this guy, like, you can't kill him, right? You step on a roach and it doesn't kill the roach, right? And this guy just keeps coming and coming and coming. And it reminds me of you, right? You're a guy that, you can take a lot of punishment, and as you proved in that Holloway fight, you're still standing. When you fight a guy like that, does that have to change your mentality at all? Like, or do you have to be aware of the fact that, hey, this guy is a lot harder to finish than most?
I fought two Hawaiians at this point, and those guys got, the Hawaiians, man, they can take a shot and keep coming forward. That's so. I faced guys like that in my career. You might, maybe not try to look for the home run, knockout finish, but that's easier said than done. It's kind of who you are. It's definitely make for a hell of a fight. You got two guys that can take a shot and know how to give one. So I think the Austin fans are in for a good one.
I know, that title shot is still, so high up on your mind, and it's something that you're working toward. And right now, the division, I said to Dana last week that I thought the featherweight division was the best in the UFC. How hard is it to be patient when you look? Everybody above you's got to fight, right? So you're having to fight guys behind you. How hard is that when like, hey, I'm good enough to be there and get my shot, but it's so stacked at the top that it kind of slows your path down?
It's not hard when you only focus on what you can control. Like I can't control all that. So for me, it's always just focusing on what I can control, and that's every day my sessions, and then recovering, getting in the right foods, and doing everything I can to be ready on Saturday night. And the win over Josh Emmett just puts me one step closer.
Right. How much do you let me rephrase that. How proud are you of that win over Giga Chikadze? I mean, this was a guy that, was coming off a lot of highlight reel knockout wins, and, you handled him pretty good and nearly finished him at the end of that fight. I mean, when you look back on that, I mean, I'm sure that's got to stand out as, you fought a lot of tough guys in Jeremy Stevens, Dan Ige, et cetera. But I got to imagine, doing what you did to Giga Chikadze had to feel pretty good.
Yeah, coming off the year layoff, after the Max fight, I already was really focused on coming back strong, and then added to, the comments Giga was saying on fight week, overlooking me for the champ. Definitely felt good to get that one, get that W. But at this point, I'm just focused on Emmett. Those guys are all in the past, and
right.
I'm focused on forward, and that's Josh Emmett. So just all hands on deck on this one. Like you said, he presents a lot of threats. I'm aware of that. So don't I, myself, I present a lot of threats. So it's going to make for a hell of a fight. I'm focusing day in, day out, start to finish on just going to get my hand raised against Josh. And, I learned things from the Max fight, the Giga fight. I learned things from all my opponents, and they all brought out my best with what they're capable of doing, so that brings out my highest potential. And, Josh, the things he he can potentially threaten on Saturday night. They've helped me improve all camp leading into this one as well.
You're I think unique in the featherweight division, and you've got that length, right? I mean, there's not a lot of guys that have that length and reach like you have and everything. How much isn't that an advantage for you with your boxing skills like that to, kind of have that, size and reach advantage, and you can kind of control the distance like that?
I like it, definitely. Part of that is being able to do the weight cut properly, which I feel like we've, done great at this point. Just understanding how to do a correct weight cut, and then utilizing that to our advantage on fight night with the reach. And these guys like Josh is a big stocky guy, but like you said, I might have some reach on him. So just to see how that plays out, try to keep him at bay. If he comes inside, then we got something for that too. So, a lot of ways this one can go, but all of them I see with my hand raised.
How big are you when you get to fight site, and then what do you, after weighing in at 45, what do you weigh usually in the cage?
I probably gained like 20 pounds, going there about 165.
Mm-hmm. Is that quickness, like, do you feel like that's the maximum, like, for you to go up size wise yet still retain your quickness?
That's kind of what I walk around most of my camp at when I'm just, in shape, just walk around. So I feel like when I get back to that weight, that's where I'm used to feeling at my best anyway. So for me, it's kind of just what I'm most used to as a weight for most of my training, that it makes sense to step in there on fight night at that same weight.
I want, as a guy that, you're a veteran of the sport now, you fought a lot of the people in the top 10. The featherweight title fight between Max Holloway and Alex Volkanovski is a couple weeks after your fight. I just wanted to get your take on it. How do you give the edge in that? And what do you think the difference between those two guys is? How does each guy have to win?
I think the winner in that fight is the fans. It's going to be a hell of a fight. Both guys have shown the ability to get the job done, except, Max in that last fight arguably won. It was close. I think this third fight will tell us everything we need to know about that trilogy. And I'm excited to see it. But yeah, as far as how it goes, I don't know, man. I don't got a pony in the race, so just looking forward to seeing a hell of a fight from two high quality featherweights.
Awesome. Well, very good stuff. Calvin Kattar is fighting this Saturday in Austin, Texas against Josh Emmett. Calvin, thank you for your time. Wish you the best of luck, my friend.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
See you, bro.